I'm doing a presentation on engineering geology project, which is a desktop study of a place where we're going to construct some industrial facilities. This work, I confirm, it is my own work. Let us move on to slide number 2. Slide number 2 is basically showing us the table of contents, which are the items that are under the discussion that we need to discuss. Let us move on to slide number 3. Slide number 3, it shows us the items now we're starting to discuss with the project brief, which details the need and the requirements of why are we doing this project. Then number introduction, it shows us the reason again, or the importance of this geotechnical desktop investigation report. It's important in the engineering field. Let us move on to slide number 4. On slide number 4, we are discussing the site description. The site description is basically in Centurion area, and it's under City Tshwane municipality in Centurion area. This is road R55 and this is road M10. So this shaded area is the region where we are expecting to be constructing our facilities. These are the coordinates of the area where we will be constructing our facilities. Let us move on to slide number 5. On slide number 5, we discussed also the issue of the total area, which is approximately 14.93 hectares, which is approximately 15 hectares. These yellow lines and the red numbers or letters, these yellow lines, they show the demarcation of area. Then this is a point A, this is point B, this is point C, this is point D, and this information is about their coordinates as well as their mean sea level heights. Let's move on to climatic condition, which is item number 4. According to Wayne, the climatic condition here were identified as wet conditions. So it's moderate wet conditions, which is in the range 2 to 5, which is here according to Wayne information. So here we expect chemical and mechanical weathering to be happening. Topographical data, which is item number 4. Topographical data, it just shows us the profiling of the land that is there. On the following images, I think I have managed to detail it. So this was point A, this was point B. Now I decided to take profiling between the line midpoint A to AB to midpoint CD, which is that one. So we can see the ground there is inclining downwards towards the line CD. Then again here we have got profiling of a midpoint AD to midpoint BC. We can see the ground here is basically gentile with a moderate slope towards this line BC. Let us move on to slide number 8. On slide number 8, we are still doing profiling. Now we are busy profiling line A to C. We can tell that again the ground is inclining from A to C, going downwards as we move from point A going to C, as shown in this profiling data. Let us move on to slide number 9. Slide number 9, again, we're now profiling B to D. The ground, we can again see it's moving, it's going downwards as we move from B to D. So basically the ground is sloping there. Let us move on to slide number 10. Oh, okay. It's not before we go to slide number 10. Let us quickly discuss the field work that needs to be conducted, which are the tests that we need to carry out in order to complement these activities that are happening. So the field work is there on slide number 9. On slide number 10, we're discussing of laboratory work that needs to be done, which are the tests that we need to be conducting in the lab to also complement to the information that we've furnished. Now we move on to number 6, which is the OHS requirements. OHS requirements, basically we need to abide to OH requirements and also provide PPE like shown here. PPE is needed for everyone who's going to be conducting any activity on site. Now on slide number 10, 11 again, we are showing the drainage. We are going to have our stormwater pipe and catch pits along this line on the top of the, sorry, along this line closer on the southerly side, on the westerly side of our facilities. This side I encourage and advise to use some drainage, some drainage V drains or some channels which are stone pitched. This side we don't have because we expect the road emptying to be supplying or to be constructed with an earth channel that could contain water from that side. All right, let us move on to slide number 12, which shows the identification of geology. The rocks that we identified here, they were the Karoo rock and as well as the dolomite. Now let us move on to slide number 13. This is where we got the identification. Let us move on to problem soils, which is number 9. It's also on slide 13. Let us move on to number 14, which is identification of borrow pit. I think on the diagram here I've shown images of places where we expect to get borrow pit material. We expect to get it most likely here on this side of the mountain. Otherwise, if that fails, then we have to investigate this whole vast of land, this one which is shaded in white. So basically that's where we expect to get our material. Then the last page slide is basically for conclusion and recommendation. Thank you.